at this decimal square roots. Okay, here you have a number. This is not a square number, not a perfect square number. So let's find the square root. Before starting to find that, you should make these numbers as pairs. Okay, from its class. So 96 is a pair and this 49 is another pair. Okay, then let's write them separately. 49, 96. So here we have to select which number which is near to 49 as a perfect square. Since 49 is a perfect square, we can use that one. 7 and here also 7. 7 and 7. 7 7 are 49. We make this 0. Now let's bring this 96 down. Okay, 96 down. In previous class, we discussed all these data. Okay. So then after you should multiply the number which we used on top into 2. So 14 blank here also that's a blank. Okay, when you place a number, okay, number 1 here also you should place 1. No? So 40 that could be 141 into 41, sorry, 141 into 1, that would be greater than 96. Okay, that's greater than 96. No, so we cannot use even 1 here. So the only possible number for here it would be 0. It would be 0. So 140 multiplied with 0, it should be 00 again. Thereafter, let's subtract this number. 96 minus 0, it's 96 again. Now, we don't have any numbers furthermore. Let's place a decimal and lend a pair of zeros. Let's lend a pair of zeros. Now, the working should be, you should multiply both of these numbers, okay, both of these numbers by 2. So 70 multiplied by 2, it would be 140. 140. Now let's place a blank here and here. So you should use suitable numbers to fill these blanks to get a number which is nearby 9600. 9600. So what would be the number when you place 1 here? 1401. 2, 3, 4. Likewise, let's check for some numbers. Let's check for number 4. 1404 multiplied with 4. 16, so remainder 1. 16, remainder 1. It's 5. Okay. This number is way more far than this. So now let's multiply 1406 into 6. 6 6s are 36, remainder 3, and then 0 into 6 is 3, 4, 24, 2, it's 8. Okay, 8436. Okay, 4036. Okay, this is the possible number because when you add up another 1400, it will become 9800. No, that's greater than 9600. So possible number for here it is 6. This is 6. So 1406 multiplied by 6, that will give you 8436. Then the remainder would be 64 and here we have 5 1 and 1164. Okay, this is the remainder. If you want, we can do the square root function furthermore as well. Let's limit with 1 digit. So finally, square root of this 4996. For the first decimal, we found the answer. Square root of 4996, it would be 70.6. 70.6. This is the way you should follow it. So because here we have remainder only 96, no, 96. We don't have any possible numbers to multiply here. That's why we place 0. 140 into 0, that's 0. So 96 minus 0, it's 96. Thereafter, let's place the decimal and lend a pair of 0. Okay, place the decimal over here and lend pair of 0. Thereafter, just as usual, simplification. When you place the decimal, you cannot borrow only one zero like as our usual division. Since it is a square root division, you should borrow a pair of zeros. That's what I denoted here. Let's find square root for 2737. Just a random number. So from its large, let's make them as pairs. So 27, 37. First of all, what is the nearby square number with respect to this 27? It's 25. 5 5s are 25. Remainder 2. Now let's bring this 37 down. Then what do? You should multiply this by 2 and make 10. Here blank, here another blank. Let's fill the blanks with possible numbers. So when we place 1 here, it's not possible. 101 into 1, it's 101. That's less than 237. Thereafter, let's place 2. So it would be 204. And when we place 3, it's 309. So 204 is the possible one. So here 2, here also 2. 204. Then let's subtract. Okay, give you 3 and 3. Okay, only 33 remaining. Only 33 remaining. Now we don't have any numbers to divide. No, that's why let's place the decimal here and lend a pair of zeros. Lend a pair of zeros. Thereafter, we need to multiply this total number by 2. It should be multiplied by 2. 52 into 2, it's 104. And here is a blank. Here is a blank as well. Now also let's check with some numbers. Here let's try with number 1. So 1041 into 1, it's 1041. 1042 into 2, that's 2084. 1043 into 3, that's near to 3000. So we can place 3 here. 3 here. So it would be 1043 times 3. 1043 times 3, that's 3129. 3129. Now let's subtract this. It's 1 7 here 1. Okay. Thereafter also if you want, sometimes you need to get until the third decimal. Okay, until the third decimal. Then after we need to round off it to second decimal. Let's try like that. Here we have 171. Here also we already placed our decimal now, so we can lend many pairs of zeros. Okay, pair of zeros. Now the work is become little harder. Okay, so you should multiply this total 523 by 2. 523 should be multiplied by 2. So that would be 1046. Okay, 1046. And here let's place a blank and here as well. Okay, blank. So here when we place 1 here, it's 1461. When we place 2 here, it would be near to 20,900. So this is just 17,100. So let's place 1 here. 1000, 10,461. Let's subtract this. Here it's 176. 66,000. 6,639. That's the remaining value. Let's make it for another digit. Okay, another decimal number. For that also, already we placed the decimal. So we can lend a pair of zeros. And here what to do? This total number on the top. So now let's multiply this number by 2. What's that number? That's 5231 multiplied by 2. That's 10,462. And here is a blank, and here is a blank as well. Okay. Mostly in your exams, you are not going to face kind of these questions, but we know somehow we have to grab the knowledge. No, that's why I'm explaining this to you for your knowledge only. Yeah, it would be 6. Okay, it would be 6. So that will give you 627,756. And here finally the remainder would be 36,144. 36,144. Okay, 144. Now the important thing is not to find until the third decimal. I'll explain what's the important one. Now we found 2737, 2737. Its square root as 52.316. Sometimes in your exams they will ask you to find round off. Okay, round it out. Round out for the first decimal. Round out to first decimal or second decimal. Okay, second decimal. These are the kind of questions mostly you will face. Okay, let's answer to the question. Round out to first decimal means you should think about the second decimal number. Okay, second decimal number. We are going to round out to first decimal, no, second decimal number. If that is 5 or greater than 5, you should add number 1 with that. If not, you can keep it as 52.3. 52.3. This is the first round of number. So when we need to round off this one to second decimal, in that case, you should think about the third decimal number. Okay, this is first decimal, second decimal, third decimal. It's to round off to second decimal. No? So think about the third decimal number that's greater than 5. So you should add number 1 with this. So 52.32. This is the round off. In previous grades, we studied how to round off the numbers. That's what we applied here. If that's for first decimal, you should consider about the second place decimal number to round off. If it's second decimal to round off, you should think about the number after that. That means the third decimal number to round off it to your nearest value.